does take a special type of person to work in the foundry. Working with a metal that's 1,500 degrees centigrade. It's so basic, so brutal. You do need iron inside you.
See my jumper load hanging out online.
It can be just poured into any shape you can imagine. So if your imagination can run riot, iron can run riot with your imagination. It's an absolutely beautiful material. I love it. At the heart of the foundry is, of course, the furnace. It is like a living being, the furnace. It breathes fire, breathes in oxygen, it takes on coke and metal and gives us this beautiful material that we can pour into a mould.
We put coke in it, put air to it, add scrap to it, turn it all on, and we end up with molten metal.
Mark is a really make it happen guy, and it doesn't matter what it is, he'll get stuck in and do it. He's no nonsense, he doesn't suffer fools, and if he can do it, everyone should be able to do it, and that's his motto. He leads from the front and he sets some very high standards.
Basically the metal runs all the way down into this part of the cupola here. This is what we call the well. This well will hold 1 ton of molten metal. I look through a little tweer here, I can see it. I can see when the metal's up. As soon as the metal comes up, I shout to the moulders, I'm ready to tap. The metal, when it's coming past you around about 1600 degrees. So yeah, it does, it gets really warm.
This is the pattern shop. This is where the casting process begins. The smell of the wood in here always sets me off. I know that the process is starting. So, how are you getting on, James?
Good.
The trade of pattern making is absolutely fascinating in that it hasn't changed greatly. Technology has not affected it a great deal. I think it says everything when you look at the bench and, you know, the same tools down here, apart from the odd electric drill, but the chisel and the gauge and the set square, they're all the same tools that would have been on a pattern maker's bench 150 years ago. Exactly the same, and we've not managed to improve on them.
I'm still using some dividers that were your dad's.
Oh, good grief. That's incredible. I didn't know you had this. What are you doing with this?
And I think actually they're yours.
They are mine.
So I look after those as well.
Wow.
They're still making patterns.
Yeah, brilliant. Oh, crikey, yeah. If I close my eyes, I can hear the same sort of noises of a hammer and a chisel and a saw going on that would have happened 150, 200 years ago. So the pattern makers are highly skilled guys, and they've got to concentrate the whole time. If they don't concentrate for 5 minutes, they can make a mistake that's not detected, and then when we make the ultimate castings, they're all wrong. We've got Andy, another experienced pattern maker. Actually, at the moment, just renovating an old pattern because we've got an order for 100 and odd columns to make from this. So if this has a lump or a bump out of it, the castings will have a lump or a bump out of them. I think it's fascinating watching any pattern maker. With his work, he's constantly touching it. You know, you say it's like your baby. I think the way you caress this is more like your girlfriend. I think that's what you're thinking about.
Yeah.
So now we have the pattern into the foundry and we're ready to ram this mould full of sand. The moulds here are made by Connor. He's one of our skilled moulders and he rams sand around the pattern very, very carefully. This is a skilled job.
Well, as soon as the sand comes out of the machine, it's starting to go hard straight away, so we have to fill it up as quick as we can.
Connor, what a great guy. He's so dedicated to the job. He started here as a 17-year-old apprentice. He's really proud of the skills that he's learned. He's trying to develop himself the whole time.
That's ready for casting now, really.
so that we're making a sand mould around the pattern. The sand sets hard, we then extract the pattern from the mould, leaving a cavity, and into that cavity we pour molten cast iron.
It's not a simple job. A newcomer wouldn't have a clue what to do, but I've been here a long time, so it's just second nature to me.
He is the future of the foundry. He has the knowledge and is still learning, but he has what we need to survive.
I'm proud to work here. It's an old industry. It hasn't changed much, especially this place.
So the pattern's been made, the moulds have been made, everything's waiting now for the molten metal. It's a spectacular stage, it is a crucial stage. This is the time when the casting is actually going to be formed. This is what it's all about the cast iron.
So this is it, the moment of truth. You can't help but stare at it, can you? It's like a volcano.
It is a nerve-wracking time. It's taken maybe 2 weeks to make that mould, and now in this few seconds when we cast this is when the piece is being created. We've got this blisteringly hot metal crashing into that mould now. It's a heavy metal, it's cast iron, it's 7 times heavier than concrete. It's a liquid, it's ridiculously hot, crashing around in that fragile mould.
Perfect.
Everybody understands what everybody's doing, everybody trusts everybody else, and that's absolutely critical. When you're dealing with a material like this, we've got trust got to be involved. When we're working on big projects like Westminster, the Houses of Parliament, the Big Ben Tower, which is one of the most iconic buildings in the world, everyone recognises that. That is our certificate on the wall, and it's just so powerful.
Try and get a better look at it. It's the unveiling, let's put it that way. See how good your work is. Casting stuck in the top at the moment, so I'm just trying to knock it down. Looks good to me. There we go. Just needs cleaning up, shot blasting, it's ready to go.
Well done.
Thank you.
Another good day. Are you confident that your moulds have been cast
Without
successfully?
a doubt, it doesn't even come into question.
Good, I like your confidence. The final part in all this is to get the goods transported to the customer. And they could be fragile, they could be big, they could be heavy, they could be awkward shapes. The logistics when it leaves us are not straightforward. So that can be a myriad of types of truck, trailer, fork truck.
It's horrible speeds, just the way people park their cars and also road works. It is horrendous, London.
It's a big part of getting the project to the customer. It has to arrive in good condition. It is nerve-wracking to watch them fitting it to the building. We don't want it damaged. We don't want to have to make another piece.
So far, so good.
Lovely.
Perfect.
We want to see it sit proudly there and represent Hardrave, represent Halifax, and be a diamond on a building. We get a great deal of pride in that. I love it.